Alright everybody, what's going on? It's your boy T for Project Open Mic. Right now it's the side chat. Hope you guys are doing well. Shout out to everybody on Tempo FM, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Live, Rumble, Locals, and of course there will be many more when we do it. But hey, hope you guys are good. I got the guys with me here. Hopefully everything will be all good. So let me bring them up on the screen. Got it right there. So, of course, let me introduce everybody in there. Trip, how you doing?
Oh yes, the Caribbean man with the British accent that has an American mindset. And oh boy, maybe that makes me racist because it seems like I'm all of the above of the Western Hemisphere. But hey, don't take my word for it, because I'm guessing Trudeau just went back in Batcave, calling Biden, or basically got a call from Biden. Biden says, you know it's time, right? And Trudeau was like, it's time. Go back, don that mask and go, booyaka. But I digress.
You elaborate. Seriously, you're a stretch out.
You and your damn skits.
Hey, anyway, Kenoshi, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Kenoshi Abominito here to say that Democrats are sweating bullets right now. They're crying Russia right now because they're looking for anything to get those poll numbers up. So that maybe they'll be able to pull off a miracle or put pizza boxes on the window, allegedly.
Hey, does it mean you're sweating bullets?
I don't really. No.
We ain't gonna have it for a long time, but let me, because he's busy. But you know, how you doing? Ken?
I'm doing good, man. You know, never a bad day. Always in a good mood. Glad to be here. Sorry, I've been MIA for the last, I think, couple of weeks. But never my intention. But I'm really trying to get to where I make it consistently.
No problem. And of course, Mr. Anderson, how you doing?
Yeah, doing okay. Playing Kirby Blowout Blast. Well, it's okay to hate on China again. So get your bill, people.
Yeah, says George Soros. Yep.
Speaking of blowout blast.
Oh my goodness, that is crazy. Because the Chinese people are now going the way George Soros won, that evil man. So he's basically the dark lord. He's basically what was again the Sith leader? Palpatine. Yeah. He's like, I can't control them no more. So go after him now.
66.
Yep. That's basically what it is right now. So, like I said. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for giving me time, your ears, your mind, open up to where we are. So, of course, this is a side chat where we talk about all things. Again, if anybody has any topics, throw it out. We'll talk about it. But if anything, I will talk about some of the stuff from last night's show, which was a pretty good show. I was very happy about it, and I saw the comments and stuff in the chat. So, thank y'all for that. That was for that, because we talked about. I think because of what I labeled the show, people loved it because it was yes, life is not fair. That's the last night's show was life is not fair, but the choices you make is the great equalizer. Because sometimes you have a choice in the matter. A lot of people don't use the choice. They just like to be a victim. They don't want to do nothing, and including in the video I showed last night, which I see I already got chat. I got the chat up for that because people's already done starting up on that one. So don't worry, I'll get to you guys. We are. Holy smoke! Give me a second, Dave. Let me make sure I got all the other stuff. But it look like there, so I ain't got all the chats up just in case. I know I mostly go with Tempo because that's the most I get the stuff on. But let me just, in case anybody says anything that I could talk about. All right, I got all the chats up, but right now let me look at the counter. That's what I'm trying to get up as well too. So I apologize for that, but yeah, last night I was just basically because there was this thing that they were teaching these kids basically in a messed up way to teach their kids that life is society and all this stuff. Like, yeah, okay, I'm not teaching that to my kids if God bless if I get kids. I'm not doing that. That's not my way. I'm gonna tell my child be careful of everybody. Everybody, because again, you never know who could be the opportunity that you need.
Yeah.
It could be because here's the funny thing. Black Lives Matter. Let's look at this. Let's look at it in a certain way. Black Lives Matter was ran by a lot of black women, but the number one founder was George Soros, which is a white man. So they know their opportunities and got what they got, right? So they know where to look.
Yep.
So
Speaking of Black Lives Matter, Amazon took them off their donation page because of their
of course,
$60 million donated to them. And they haven't accounted for it.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, they took $9 million to buy a house, so they could post a mansion, so they could say, "Oh, we have a mansion, and we're gonna use it as an art gallery." What that got to do with having black people, I don't know. That's weird to me.
Yeah.
So they like to play those games. So nope, I'm not part of that nonsense in that regard.
Yeah, I thought they were relocating the African American homeless.
That's not gonna happen because again, remember, Patrice Colors literally bought her $3 million mansion in California, and she put up a $45,000 fence to keep away some people, and they won't white people. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, black people can't be racist.
Yeah, right. Okay. You can say that all you want, but you know that was crazy.
Oh, I know it's crazy.
How things change from the 80s and 90s to now.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have. Okay. Well, we have. It look like I'm gonna have to really get to some of y'all comments because man, we got a lot of people tonight. We just started the damn thing. We got 31,315. So I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get as much comments I could get. Okay, guys. So
yeah.
But again, if anything else, you guys have anything to throw? I mean, like it's funny enough right now. So let me. There's so much stories I could talk about. Of course, I'm mostly talking in Project Open Mic. I could do that. I didn't want to hit heavy with a lot of politics and everything last night. I just wanted to switch it up a little bit. But I did talk about racism and stuff because it needs. I don't want you see all these people put these programs into your kids to make them feel bad. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Well, we could watch as Canada's economy sinks because Trudeau decided, hey, let's announce that we're going to freeze all your bank accounts.
Which is messed up. That is true.
And if they can do that over there, they can do that here.
To a degree. They can't do it fully, but to a degree. The lawyers will they'll be out there ready for money. Past lawsuits will be so crazy.
Yep.
That's what will happen.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna get away with a lot of this stuff. They just ain't.
Yeah, like I said, the Democrats right now are sweating bullets because they're like, damn, if that can happen in Canada, that might happen here. All right, no more mandates, passports. We're gonna throw those out.
Basically.
Not where I'm at, unfortunately.
Well, no. The hypocrisy of where you at, because I laughed at that because that's what they did Project Open Mic last night.
Oh my goodness,
When the mayor of your town, Mr. Anderson, and I was like, we got to give this man the Guinness World Book of Records of holding your breath, because he said the week before, he said, oh, when I take off my mask and I take pictures, I hold my breath. And I'm like, really?
So, I'm like, yeah,
Really?
you are.
So we didn't see you at Super Bowl. You didn't have a mask at all. So you hold your breath for a whole 3-4 hours.
Yes, I'd like to see that.
Freaking hell, I'm
And
a piece
and
of
on top
crap.
of that, yeah, holding your mask during the press conference. So wait, does that mean that you are holding your breath while speaking on that conference?
Oh no, it's stupid. He thinks we're stupid.
Exactly.
That's all it is. He didn't think I'm stupid because
Well, as Los Angelinos are that stupid. So
I would say that I gotta get that clip. I gotta get that clip. There's one commercial on the Super Bowl. I don't know if you all saw it. It's with Larry David.
Miller,
No,
maybe
Larry David, the guy from
Curb Your Enthusiasm and
yeah,
Seinfeld.
when he did the part with Saya, I brought the wheel. What is that? No, that ain't gonna work. Like missing out, whatever it is. I like the part when they get to the independence. He's like, everybody should be free to vote. Even stupid people? Yes. Really stupid people? Yes. And I want to get that clip for yourself because that's what it is. It goes along with my whole people are stupid, individuals smart. I like that clip. I need to clip that little part right there. Stupid people should vote.
Maybe,
Go ahead.
maybe we should just go back to the old. No, not quite the old days where it was only landowners or people who had a
Well,
stake in
yeah.
society could vote.
But that was part of
We
Jim
kinda
Crow.
Well,
That was
vote
part of
and
Jim
also
Crow.
run.
Yeah, but that was part of Jim Crow. And I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a video about Jim Crow because a lot of people don't even know what Jim Crow is. They talk about it like it's. I hear you don't know about the stuff, but you want to talk about it. I don't like that. Seriously, y'all gotta stop that.
That's the problem with the voting system. It's like, oh, anybody can vote to when they turn 18. It's like, it would be smarter if people who had like and I'm not even saying that, everybody who has these things are, I would agree with politically, but
No,
people would be a little bit more sensible about what they're voting for if they had families, land, or some kind of stake in society. Even whether
I get what you're saying. The way things are now, I understand where you're coming from. I understand you're coming from.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it's just that right now it is. Like I said, people vote to their demise.
Yeah.
That's what it is. People vote for their demise, and it sucks.
Well, democracy is a mistake. Mob rule.
Well, we're not. That's as Kenoshi always point out. We're not a democracy. We're a republic.
Yep.
In theory.
No, not in theory. No. In actuality, we are. Cause it's laws for that, but it's just people want to go with the whole democracy thing all the time. That's the difference. So, in we are that, but then we just go with the democracy stuff. And again, like I said, I don't got a problem. I know stupid people vote. That's just what it is. But it is weird that you like. That's why I would say ignorance. Yeah, I'm ignorant of a lot of stuff because I don't look at it as an insult or that you're stupid. But come on, just.
Now,
If you want to say Jim Crow, you don't want because of course our favorite little girl in a 30-year-old body AOC was like, in 10 years I can see us getting back into Jim Crow. I'm like, do you remember what Jim Crow was? Did I teach you that in school? What are you talking about? Well,
that's kind of the problem.
Look. You're correct because remember she got a BA. She graduated a high honors from Boston College about economy. And she don't know not a lick about economics 101.
I'm like, I just got an above average grade in economics just now.
That goes towards Addison's point that colleges is full of crap because how the heck this girl who don't know economic 101 graduated with high honors from a college about economics and she don't even know. She literally says. She said what she said again. Capitalism doesn't work. I'm like, what? Don't you drive a Tesla car? Don't you have an iPhone? Don't you? All that is because of capitalism, sweetheart, or free market, basically. What the heck are you talking about? You don't know.
Well, that's the problem. As much as we complain about all the stupid people, our society doesn't really want to produce smart people. Everything's kind of rigged to make you fail, unless you're.
And you're right, and that's why I did that show last night. Where you see all that, how the kids, how that teacher was teaching the kids about the stuff, and I'm like, even when I look at the video last night, you see the black kid. There's a black kid in the back of the. It shows that everybody's circumstances is different. That's what I show. It doesn't show that because of black or whatever.
I'm like, and that's, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make kids be racist.
Basically, I have to give it to the ginger last night. I know I'm making a joke of it, but that kid was a smart kid. I wish that was my kid. If I get a kid to be that smart, because that kid was like, when the first one the lady said, "We're gonna ask questions about circumstances," and the kid was like, "This is a joke." I was like, "Smart kid." And then when she tried to ask the kid, like, "Don't you feel weird that you're up top?" Because he's a white kid, of course. Don't you feel that you're up top to the top? How do you feel about this, Greg? I don't know the kid's name. He's like, "Well, it feels messed up. It's kind of unfair because the questions don't make sense." I'm like, "This is a smart kid.
Exactly.
This is a smart kid. I like him."
That's the problem. There are some smart kids out there trying to skip the cracks.
You know,
And they get beaten down, get labeled as misfits or
Uh-huh.
something wrong mentally, and then they drug them up, make them vegetables.
you know what?
Mhm.
You know what? When you speak about ginger hair kid, I'm thinking, oh, maybe this is why Hollywood is trying to change all ginger hair characters into something else.
Got you.
Brown skin, redheads.
Well, for right now, I can tell you, it is ridiculously just crazy. Just when you see that video, that's what I said. And the funny thing about it, I said in that video, and I saw a lot of you guys on the chat did that, which is good. I thank you for that. Like I stated, if I am the what do you call it? If I was answering those questions, I want to be up to the top of the white kids too.
Yeah,
Because the questions was biased, yes, but it also was stupid. Because it was like, take a step forward if nobody ever asked you where you come from. I'm like, who does that? Most people always ask. I mean, when I'm talking, all of us are different places. I'm like, hey, where you from, Trip? Where you from, Kenoshi? Like, it's an icebreaker. It's a conversation starter. What kind of nonsense is that?
Again, remember when I said in the intro that I have all of those three stuff, but I guess if I was being interviewed on a new newscaster broadcast and they haven't seen my face and only go by how I speak, they think that I'm a Caucasian.
Yeah, I got you. And then you have let's say, and you have like I said, all the celebrities who basically was talking to saying to all the people, hey, wear your mask, wear your mask, wear your mask. None of y'all were wearing your LeBron James, your Charlize Theron, your Matt Damon. None of y'all were wearing no mask at the Super Bowl.
No, what did The Rock say? That if you're not wearing a mask, then you're selfish. Well, guess what, The Rock?
You were selfish because you didn't wear your mask at the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
And same thing with Charlize Theron. She's like, "Don't be an ass, wear a mask." So I was like, "So well, you wasn't wearing a mask, so are you an ass?"
All you and your peers.
Here's the thing: these are just dancing monkeys. They're just dancing monkeys. They dance when the organ grinder player plays. I mean, that's why I don't necessarily get emotional when they're hypocrites when it comes to their big speeches, because they're just
it's not the
they
hypocrisy. It's just that they don't shut up about it.
Yeah, it's just that they dance to the organ grinder. They're not. A lot of these people don't actually really believe in anything. They just they just pretend to believe in things because that's what their overlords tell them. Their overlords say, you will believe in this and you will say this and you will sway and they're like, yes, massa, yes, I'll do as you play. I'll do as you say. You know, as long as I keep getting paid.
Mm.
I want my name in lights.
You know, it's one thing that you are being filmed by someone else, but you have at least one celebrity that posted a selfie of herself in that stadium, no mask. I'm like, wow, degenerates, uh, uh, aren't you flagging your own degeneracy? But I digress.
Well, that's. I mean, Ellen has been hypocritical more times. Okay, that
Yes, but
that's just
I
that's just what it is.
I expect that you would learn, but I guess that's
No,
me
why would
having
why
common
would I
sense.
learn when
Learn.
why would I learn when I don't have to face my consequences?
Yeah,
These
until that
people.
actually happens.
They see the thing about some of
Yeah,
these more
Apology videos
powerful.
are a genre on YouTube after all.
The thing about some of these more powerful people, and we're seeing this at CNN, is if you take one of them down, they got dirt on other people, so they'll
Yep,
take those people along with them.
yep, that
It
is
is a
true.
bubble, a
yeah,
hive
but
bubble.
yeah, but they would do this long enough until it actually reached and hurt their pocketbooks, which yeah, it'll take time.
I'll give you an example. This is a video that I will
Making
be making for Project Open Mic again because you know how it goes. So because it was just remind me of there was this guy on Facebook and like Kanoshi was saying that the dancing monkeys all and stuff, the golden grand. Here's a good example of that. There was this white woman, right? She white. No, I'm not saying it, but this white woman wrote this thing, wrote a article, and black women on Facebook was sharing it around because I get what you say. That's all right. Now the article she wrote was pregnancy is 100% the man's fault.
Wait. What?
That's what the article's name. Okay.
I thought it takes two to. No,
We know. Stop.
too much.
Wait. I mean, that's pretty. Again, using that word hypocritical because, you know, women like to say, "Oh, my body, my choice, my rules." The
except when it
woman
comes to
gives
masks.
life, but you know, you go, you go to they drag you in for child support. They'll let you know who got the ball rolling. That's for
Well, it's
sure.
like
yes.
too much simple sense. Too much
Yeah,
simple
Okay.
sense.
but here's the thing. Here's what I'm trying. Here's how I'm going to put it over to what Kanoshi just said. All right, Kanoshi. So when you read the article, it's funny and it's weird because this is what I said. The monkey, the whole thing, like using your situation, as you said, right? Using your situation. The woman is white. She knows that most black women will pick up this story. When you read out what happened is this: the woman, she is she's like, if you have an unwanted pregnancy or whatever, it's 100% the man's fault. But if you and a woman have like, cause she has 6 kids now, she's married. I'm not don't think of that. She is married and she has 6 kids. She's Mormon. But here's the reason I said it because of what she said next. She's like, if you have unwanted pregnancy, it's the man's fault. But if you get it while you're married, which is her, it's both of y'all fault. I'm like, wait, so let me get this straight. So when it's unwanted, it's the man's fault. But when we want to plan it, we share the blame together. Or in other words, we don't share the blame, we share the success because we wanted children. I'm like, ain't that some mother?
I was about to give this person the benefit of the doubt
Don't.
if she got
You always do that.
no wait forcefully done on her. I was waiting for that.
No, but she's married and she has 6 kids.
Oh my goodness!
But she's writing this because she knows who will sop it up like a biscuit, and that's sad. That's definitely sad. Just like I saw a video of another young lady. I forgot her name. I don't know if it comes up in here. Oh yeah, Amara La Negra, and she said on TV that she wants to be a single mother, which she is. She wants to be a single mother. She's a singer. She got money, so they always think about that. They always talk about, oh, we got money. Money's not the only thing you need to raise a kid for. That's why we got all of these. That's why I wish I had that. I didn't put that my soundboard. I need to put that on soundboard. The emotional damage.
I said, God bless, pray for that child.
Because she's gonna have twins, but the way she talked about it is she got this guy. She didn't work out with a guy. She got money, of course, because she's a singer. She's famous, and she said, "Oh, but later on, when I feel ready, I'm gonna find the guy who's gonna help." I'm like, "You have twins. What guy wants to take that on?" Unless, exactly as Anderson just said, unless there's weak people that the same kind of guys you don't want. You don't want that. That's why I'm saying that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to pregnancy and all the other stuff, it's doesn't matter if you're married or not. It's pretty much everybody's fault. The woman slept with the man she shouldn't have. The guy slept with the woman he probably shouldn't have had, and popped out a kid. It's like, now you both have to be responsible.
I'm like,
we have to be responsible. Go ahead, sorry.
Does not know about the word about the product called condom or maybe contraceptive, but I digress.
Yes, there's that.
And people are lazy and stupid.
Don't be taking my line now, man. Come on, man.
Laziness often leads to stupidity, and
you might as well add the word greediness on top of it too.
And plus, I think a lot of these women just like to, they want to try to finesse these guys, and men are so delusional that they believe that it can't happen to me. I'll be all right. She's on the pill. Don't ever believe a woman that she says she's on the pill or that she can't get pregnant. I know a guy who was dealing with a woman who said that she couldn't get pregnant. Doctors told her that she couldn't get pregnant.
No, I've heard that too. Go ahead.
Guess what happened? Baby.
Yeah.
You got a baby.
Yep.
An old bundle of joy popped out of her.
Yep.
Wrap it up, boys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Again, wrap it up, and dispose of it. So there's no chance again. Drake showed you can't trust, and you can. I said this. It's different for women too. I don't trust nobody when it comes to this. Okay, have fun, whatever, but let's not pretend that this is whatever. But again, the laws are on the women's side more than the men. Sorry, that's just what it is right now.
Throw it away.
Doesn't it feel like, even though society nowadays is very anti-family, there seems to be like subtle suggestions encouraging women to get pregnant and men to go in bareback?
You know what? I'm not sure if.
That's a sexual liberation, really, for the women's side.
I'm not sure if any of you heard this. I forgot which rapper that said this, but he basically flaunted that he is so rich that he needs to get married. I'm like,
he needs to get married?
Yes, that's literally what this person posted. Okay. I think posted on Twitter or something.
Okay.
And I'm like, why would he say that? I saw this on another YouTuber video, and they were like, "Oh, he was joking because he has so much money that even getting divorced, take half the stuff away, he's still rich."
Well, yeah, that's what happened to Jeff Bezos.
That makes sense.
That happened to Jeff Bezos. He got divorced. Yep. He went from $100 and something billion before the pandemic, and of course after he paid off a lot of politicians and everything else. But again, and funny enough, again, I've said it multiple times on this channel, with all the young kids like, eat the rich and all that dumb stuff. Y'all are saying people who made him rich, he lost half his money during the pandemic because of divorce, and he tripled his money after the pandemic because of what y'all bought. And I'm not saying I was a part of the problem, but I acknowledge it though. I acknowledge that I bought stuff from Amazon. I'm not gonna lie. And funny enough, the bastards made a lot of money last year. And you know what they did? They raised up the price by $20 for your Amazon for your Prime account. I say, you sons of bitches.
Yeah.
How much more money? How greedy can you all get, man? No, that's greed. I have no problem about greed because greed helps make the world go round. And I'm not gonna lie to that. It's a nuance, a lot of things, but that's just being super greedy. If you didn't lose no money, Amazon.
Yeah.
You didn't lose the money. You raised up. You raised it's $119. Now it's $139 for Amazon Prime.
Yeah, tax the rich.
Speaking of greed, was it like the CEO of Moderna sold all of his stocks, shut down his social media accounts, and fled?
Yep.
Somebody knows where the wind is blowing.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not. I mean, I literally talked about this with my school teacher the other day, and I'm like, I even talked about, hey, the vaccine is not the only thing that we have to do, because there's other stuff, as in
exercise, vitamin D. Don't be fat.
And I forgot what was it called?
Ivermectin and
yes, thank you, ivermectin. I was about to say horse medicine, which is that's totally fake, but I digress. And even she was like, I didn't hear any of those. I'm like, you know what? I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It's like my own local newscaster wouldn't even report on that, and I'm an islander down in the Caribbean, and I know about ivermectin, but not because of my local newscasters. I had to search it for myself.
Yes. Well,
we all do. You can't trust the media for anything. Even local can do you dirty.
Well, it depends. Most of the good reporting, to be honest with you, most of the good reporting is local. I'm not gonna deny that. Looking at all the news and stuff, you just better. That's how I get some of my stuff to make sure that I ain't getting fed. Because here's the funny part. So there was right now, of course, after the Olympics happened, I've said this happened earlier this year. I think Vladimir is gonna go into Ukraine and do what he's gonna do, and we ain't gonna do nothing because we're weak. Just what it is.
It's going to be Afghanistan all over again.
Yeah. So it's going to be messed up. So whatever. But here's the funny part about this. Everybody was talking about, I have the clip, but I'm not going to play it because, again, it'll be to find what would be whatever. It had a part where Macron from France was like, Putin, what he said? Oh, Putin I had a meeting for Putin for 3 hours, and he guaranteed me that he's not going to do nothing crazy. And of course, the media for Putin came out saying, I never said that. I was like, of course the Kremlin said that. I was like, that is crazy. Then
I was about to say, if he did say that, I was like, isn't that similar to what happened in around World War II, where a European official met with Hitler and said, and said Hitler wasn't a bad guy or something, and then people were fooled, and then whatever.
Yep. And then then you had another one where there was like Russian tanks. They had a video going around. The Russians is going away from Ukraine, blah blah blah, all this stuff. And then everybody reported it. You know what the source was? And that's what I said. News media has gotten lazy. Journalists has gotten lazy. But it was like, oh, Russia is packing up their tanks and they're leaving Ukraine. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And everyone, MSNBC, ABC, and I was saying, I said, okay, what was your source? It was Russian media. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, right?
Wow, they're so lazy. They're so bad at this.
They are.
How are these people? I
might need to get that clip.
I've been led to believe that these people were supposed to be these brilliant strategists who,
well, Kanoshi, here's the thing. They're lazy. Kanoshi, the thing is, they're lazy, but a lot of their viewership is even lazier.
No, but
You got dumb and you got dumber.
no. I get what you're saying, Anderson, and I wouldn't, because again, people come to our channel and you see some of the comments, which I see the comments going through right now. We're up to 34,000 like people watching. So everybody's busy. They got children, they got to work and everything. So I get that, but it's on the other part, like you just said, it's still to the people themselves. Because here's the funny part is, again, Obama's medical thing with Obama, when he said why did he lie to the people, he said because the new journalists is coming out today, they're lazy, they don't care about stuff, they're unintelligible. I was like,
he's right.
that's why these guys just listen to the words and just repeat it.
Well, the thing is, it's like, you know, when I started getting into listening to politics and stuff, I got to learn that a lot of these elites were these brilliant people who could change the zeitgeist, who could manipulate the zeitgeist of society easily. Well, I mean, maybe there's an argument that they were at one point in time that they were good at this, but they're not good at this anymore.
I would argue they were never good at it to a degree. I mean, until existential things that came up. The reason I say that, like,
Internet.
Not the internet, like a Howard Taft or like Lincoln, like that's like, you know, war, something big, you could do stuff to change whatever. Because let's be honest, when Obama was in president, Putin was and I remember John Kerry and Obama said Putin ain't gonna do nothing to no country. Well, Putin did some stuff, and then let's look at Syria when they were bombing stuff and gas bomb whatever, and Obama said, if you gas bomb anybody, we're gonna come in and destroy you. And
he called his bluff.
And the Syrian government called his bluff, and after he didn't do nothing, they went on killing, doing horrible stuff. Now President Trump got in there, good or bad again, how people don't like him, I understand, but whatever. I'm calling out the facts. He got in there.
Quiet for 4 years.
He was not even quiet. No, not even that. Let's go to Syria. Syria started that again. Trump sent some missiles over there because remember, Razor Fist and all those guys was like, "Oh, you should never have done that." But then it's like, I know
World War III.
Yeah, but then at least Razor was like, "Yeah, I understand. I was wrong." He at least he got to that. But once Trump did the missiles over there, what happened? Syria was quiet, as Kanoshi said, nothing. North Korea, quiet, nothing happened. Putin was testing Trump, but he still didn't went over the end. He was like, okay, let's buzz some chips, let's buzz some planes. But as soon as that, they back off. Now that Trump's out, Putin don't give a damn. He's back to like, well, whatever. I don't care.
I can do whatever I want.
Look what North Korea is like. Oh, let's start lobbing missiles over Japan again. They don't care.
Yeah. That's
what the situation is. Some people can change it, but not that many, not that much. But the media is just, like I said, these people, they don't care about this stuff no more, man. They literally just it's easy. It's simple stuff. They just lazy. They copy and paste a lot of stuff, and we see it in gaming journalism for the gaming channel. We do. We see it in gaming journalism.
Yeah. Still, I'm surprised that I've learned politics from my gaming hobby.
Basically.
Well, let's just say I learned the lies in gaming hobbies.
Let's even go back to that. You guys know when I did not you guys did, but the listeners, when I did the video about the crack smoking, that the Biden administration is buying crack pipes for people.
Snopes says false, mostly false.
I read an article from and I know. Well, it was, and I read the MSNBC article which said that they deny that they're doing this. But when you read the article, and I've said this multiple times, read all the way to the end. Read the damn article.
The tagline,
not the headline, because even in the article from MSNBC, I was like, but you just proved the point that they do it. What the heck? I thought you said he denied that they never did that, but you just said they're still handing out. They're giving money. The government itself is not doing it, but they're giving the money to a nonprofit organization that's giving out smoke kits with it in there. What the hell?
I'm like, you
And just in time for Black History Month.
I'm like, you literally put Washington D.C. as accessory.
I'm like, it is so stupid. What you're supposed to your story was supposed to deny this, but your story said it in there that they're doing it. It's like these journalism they don't read what they're doing. They really don't. They really don't. And of course, go ahead, Kenoshi.
You could call it, Operation Mockingbird, but
Yeah, I know about that.
I just call it extreme incompetence at this point.
Oh yeah, the media is they are getting money from people to speak certain things. Don't get me wrong, but yes, that part is just crazy. And then of course the big news story that dropped today, but it dropped this week, but not many people talking about it. When come to find out, and I don't wish death on people, but I do wish that she could just go away. That evil lady. Come to find out, when President Trump said that they are hacking that they were spying on me in the towers and stuff like that, people are like, oh, you crazy old man, you crazy, you don't know what you're talking about. Come to find out, they have the evidence now.
Right.
He was right.
Yep.
He was right. And the person who's doing this is under the Democrats, not a Republican. So don't even call with that. Oh, the Republican. Nope. This is somebody who's under the Biden administration. So.
So somebody from the Biden administration who leaked this information?
No. The Durham probe is all in that. Like all the people who are looking into this is like someone that is basically under the Biden administration, and they're like.
There are a lot of people that don't really like the Clintons on the Democratic side.
That is true. So. That is true. I'm not gonna lie.
But the other option is death. So.
That was funny too when we were down in St. Thomas. Side note, when down in St. Thomas, and we were showing. I was showing Asa. I was like, yeah, that's the island that Jeffrey Epstein was on. She's like, that's the island. Yep, that's the island. I said I passed by the island so many times going to St. John. I never thought that there was sex, sex slaves and young girls becoming sex slaves on that island. No,
that's crazy.
The rumors were floating about before he got arrested, and then after that, confirmation.
Yep. She was like, that's the island. I say, yep, that's the island. You never figured it out. So, but going back into that, yeah, that's just what it is right there. It's just crazy. But again, that lady is evil. So Russia collusion, all the Russia collusion was from her. She's the one who paid the Russians. She's the one that and it's like, really? Like, come on, man. Be like Joe Biden. Come on, man.
Wouldn't it be something if the Democratic Party or the Biden administration was the one to jail Hillary Clinton? That'd be pretty funny.
I know.
Kenoshi, it's like you said regarding these celebrities, how they all got dirt on each other. These people got some serious dirt on each other.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said when sadly my cousin. But that's what I said when it was said in my house, which I don't like it. Again, I talk politics here, and I could be open minded to a lot of stuff, but I don't like the street flagrance of what's going on. So when he was in my house, he's like, I said, Hillary Clinton, which she did, but I can't prove nothing. So that's allegedly, because I didn't want to get sued by the old crazy bat.
Being killed.
Yeah, but she wanted to be president very bad. You're telling me, and she's like, oh, because I always laugh when he's like, I have video of him President Trump section of young girls and stuff like that. I was like, really? You telling me that if that was the case, Hillary Clinton would not have used that? She wanted to be president so bad, and she would try to find anything.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Even though I don't like Adam Schiff, really Adam Shit, real name, his real name, piece of crap. Even though I said, give me the evidence. I would literally pass it. I would give the number to Adam Schiff, and you could give it to him if you have all this evidence of Trump doing all this stuff. I'm like, don't you think it don't make sense? What are you talking about?
A lot of those accusations of what they were saying he was doing was kind of just self-projection.
Yeah. And again, last week, what did I say with you guys on here? I said, ain't it funny? All the people who said President Trump was a sexy, horrible person, they took the contents of the whole thing when he said grab him by the meow meow.
Oh, yeah.
And then they forgot one word when he said women will let you. He didn't say I do it, which is a totally different thing.
Different thing.
But all the people who said that, funny enough, all of them lost their jobs, or hell, one of them, in case of one, is in jail.
Because of sexual misconduct.
Oh, he treats women bad, blah, blah, blah. Says the guy who had an actual sex slave in his basement. The hell?
Remember what Joe Biden said? If I caught any of you under my administration, you will be fired on the spot.
Well, I don't prove that's a lie. So that's not even going to. I don't prove that's a lie. And the guy who I'm talking about was the district attorney of New York. That was in Trump's administration. That's under Trump's when he was president. When they found out that he had an Indian woman as a sex slave in the bottom of his basement. I'm like, good God.
Yeah, that was.
And the in the kettle metal. Hell, dude, you should have kept your mouth shut. Now again, he was evil, and I'm happy he's in jail, the evil bastard. But to say that and have an actual sex slave in your basement, the balls.
The cojones.
Holy crap! You better be the baddest mofo in jail and just say, "Look at my balls." You don't want to mess with me, because good God, for you to say that is crazy.
You were right, Anderson. That's one heck of a projection. But yeah, he got big balls that the prisoners over there can't grasp.
Oh my goodness!
They're gonna try to anyway.
Yeah. But that's it. That's just the craziness and all of that. Like, but I'm going back to what Kanoshi said. You gotta watch out for the. The media. That's why I always said I always look multiple medias. I don't look at one media at all. Actually, I still watch CNN, even though I think they're trash. Sometimes sometimes they are correct. A broken clock is, as what you say, a broken clock is correct twice a day. So sometimes you.
They're mostly wrong, but hey, the key word is mostly. So at least there's some points that they get it right.
Yeah, sometimes I get it right, so I'm not surprised. Like right now, Jim Acosta, which I'm not I have to give Jim Acosta his shouts on CNN. He's attacking China like China stole money from him. Like, holy crap!
They probably did.
Maybe you might be right. You might be right.
I was just about to make that joke.
You might be right, but he's going all out on China right now. I'm like, holy crap! And he's going after China and the Biden administration for China. So he's not playing. At least he's one of the few people who's not playing. Everybody else, they're still playing softball. January 6th. January 6th. Oh, good grief! Stop with the January 6th already.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, nobody cares. Like, how many people that you know, liberal or conservative, really care about January 6th?
I mean, you just reminded me of Tim Pool's guest about last night, and I'm like, really, January 6th is the only thing you can come up with that the far right was doing?
I mean, like I said before, he came out. There was a false flag.
January 6th.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, I'll give the man respect that he actually came on Tim Pool's show and have a discussion, but wow, was it? And to top it off, the things that he was saying when Tim was bringing up his side of the argument, he was like, "Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, I see your point." Yeah, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because it's just like what Kanoshi just said, and Anderson just said. We don't have the They don't know about certain things, so they just go with what they regurgitate what they've told.
Yeah, I mean, you really the whole January 6th thing, if you think about it, just doesn't make any sense. They let the doors open. They essentially let people walk in.
Mhm.
There's footage of it.
To cause a ruckus. Yeah, there's footage of it. They probably tried to scrub it from the internet, but yeah, there was footage of it. Um, they essentially just let people walk in and cause a ruckus and all this other stuff.
And
So,
again, the ones who actually uh, break in and assault, yes, throw them in jail. But the ones who just walked in and peacefully protest, they're gonna get arrested too, just because they're guilty by association. I'm like, wait. Isn't isn't that supposed to be innocent until proven guilty?
like you'd figure the counting of the ballot or finalizing the election, you know, especially it being DC, would be the most heavily guarded place on the planet, especially on January 6th.
Which
Just let people
again,
go.
Yep.
Trump basically gave, was it Nancy Pelosi? Yeah, it was Nancy Pelosi. Give her the authority. You're going to have the power over the police or the National Guard. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's what I was saying. So again, let me give credence to you guys before, because again, y'all did up there. So let me see here, because I don't want to be that rude to y'all.
Oh, we're going to the comment section, right?
Yeah. I don't want to not to forget whatever. So let me see. Uh,
Well, but before you do, I just wanted to share my piece of news that I've been wanting to for a week now. Uh, well,
Yes.
for some reason, Daily Mention is being a. Never mind. I have to search for somewhere else. Oh, right. Let me share the screen for this. But
I don't think you'll work, but go ahead.
but oh, the screen share
That's
isn't
it.
working. Uh,
No,
yeah,
Memphis abortion facility plans to build on-site playground.
and that's just the title.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah, you're
read
right.
that.
Let me
You're like,
put it up on there for you. Go ahead. So I want to put it up so people can see it. Yeah, go ahead.
I was like, you're going to put the, you're going to pass a bill for this facility to have a on-site playground to, uh, have your firstborn playing on the playground, waiting for you to get, I don't know, try to kill off an unborn child, which is the kid's brother or sister, and you think that's okay?
People are crazy.
Yeah, that seems pretty
Well, hey,
ironic.
I'll give you something more crazier. A person said they didn't like abortion, and the person arguing, making an argument, he said how he was explaining how violent the abortion is. It's a guy saying the procedure how they do abortion, and the person who's like, so you're telling me that you don't like people who are organ donors? I'm like, what the hell did that come? Where did that come
What?
from, dude?
Yeah,
Are you?
I hear all sorts of arguments about, and like people who are pro-choice. A person that we associate or used to associate with.
Well, you do still for
You-
some reason.
Yeah, I don't get this rationality, but it's like, he's always like all these people that are pro-life, still believe in shooting somebody if they try to rob you,
well,
and
yeah.
they still believe in the death penalty. It's
Again,
just kind of
yeah,
like, well, those are two different things.
exactly.
Those are two different things.
You come
What
into
do
my
you?
house, you are worth less than the paper I wipe my butt with, because I'm gonna kill you if you come in my house. If you're
Yeah,
not wanted,
Threaten.
one
yeah,
and two, yes, if you do a horrible crime or rape people or do horrible stuff, yeah, like I said, I'm sorry, but like the people. Oh God, I forgot this story like here again. This is another Black Lives Matter thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to overtake your stuff, Trip. This guy,
God's
this guy
No shit.
literally went into an office to shoot somebody. He was a horrible shooter, thank God, because he was a point blank. He shoot 5 times and he missed.
Oh, the mayor.
Yeah, he did the Black Lives Matter, whatever. But he posted bond and he said that he allegedly tried to kill. No, he ain't no allegedly. He did. What the hell?
Oh my gosh, this is worse than robbing a store and tried to post. They post a video that they robbed the place. They go, these glims right here. We got them from the store that we just robbed. Like, are you insane?
I don't care about. I care about the daggone. I care about
Murder
the
attempt.
the daggone law. How the hell you got a man who tried to kill a man? He literally shot at the man, and you're telling me, oh, which we have the evidence. There's evidence and everything. Oh well. We should still let him walk on bail. What?
And a very small amount of bail.
No, it wasn't. No. That was not a small amount. That was a lot of. Excuse me.
Compared to the ones who are falsely accused of the January 6th. Sorry, I gotta bring that up. I have to bring that up.
Difference. Still a difference. It's still a difference. In most states, you only post 10% of what the bail bond is. So if it's $100,000, you pay $10,000. You know, that's how the situation works. But the judge said no, you gotta pay the bail amount. You gotta pay all of it, and they took some Black Lives money, of course. And this is one of my thing about Black Lives Matter that irks me the most out of it. Again, I don't care you say Black Lives Matter. I understand that the slogan doesn't bother me. The company does. These people will do anything for criminals, people who hurt black people who hurt anything, but it won't do nothing for innocent people. That's what I got a problem with.
I'm like the same people they call out deadbeat dads who are. What? Come on.
Well, hell, funny enough, I saw a video just a second ago, a video earlier this week. This woman called her baby daddy. She said he's a deadbeat dad. He don't pay nothing. I mean, he don't pay enough to support his child. He pays $80,000 a month. I'm like, you such a greedy.
Your bleeding mind.
Yeah, because a lot of that money doesn't go to the child. It goes to
what kid needs $80,000?
Yeah.
Please tell me what kid needs $80,000.
Lawyers are probably taking some off the top too, so you know.
It's $80,000 still a lot of money. I mean, $80,000 a month. I mean, good God, I'm sorry, $80,000. I gotta do my math here. I apologize.
I'm like, you call that a deadbeat dad? Well, that is one deadbeat dad that is really
roughly 960.
Trip. Exactly. Nowadays, they consider any father, whether actually a deadbeat or not a deadbeat,
$960,000 a year.
Or to buy a house.
$1 million basically $1 million a year. Holy.
Yeah.
Trip, don't think about houses. Think about weave and mani pedis and all that.
Yep.
Gucci bags and.
Yeah, she living over there. I'm just saying. She said he's a deadbeat dad. He pays $80,000 a month.
There's an increasing rate of women taking child support so they can put up another man.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's another video. I'm sorry. I'm like, there's so much stuff I'm gonna talk about. No, come to find out that Tupac Shakur's mother lied to him about his father, and made. I'm like, oh man.
Oh my God.
The story about that. That story about that is messed up.
Yeah, that's what they do, unfortunately.
She told Tupac that that his father was. Here's the funny part. The father was there when Tupac got shot. Shot, and also when he was in, also when he got before he died in the coma and everything. His real father was there. But the deadbeat dad was a drug dealer, whatever. So she around Pookie. Oh man, when I play the video, you're gonna laugh and again, Tupac was, honest. He felt the pain, but he still felt to protect his mom. Was like, nah, I can't do that, man. I can't do that. Cause the lady asked him, "Well, why did you? Is it not? Well, don't you want to get a DNA test to find out if he's your real father and all that stuff like that?" She's like, "Well, I can't tell because he at the time my mom was, was messing with another person." I'm like, "Well, that explains the situation, didn't it, Tupac?"
Oh.
His mother lies to him.
He's
Oh my
yeah,
god.
that's the problem. A lot of these people will not throw their mother. I mean, some will, but a lot of them won't throw their mother under the bus for whatever
No,
reason.
no, because that same year when he found out who his father is and he found out his mother lied to him, he still made the song "Dear Mama," which of course everybody know that's like kind of like the black anthem.
How ironic.
Yeah, the black anthem for Mother's Day, like "Dear Mama," hey, yeah. You know, even though you were a crack fiend, Mama, you still was a queen. Nah,
Nah, no,
nah,
I can't. I can't.
nah. Nope. And I have documentaries which I still gotta remember to download off of YouTube. Found out that these videos I showed this to my girl Asa about some of these women how they think, and I told her because it's kind of hard because she was like, yeah, I know because she gonna stand up for the women's side, and I get it. I'm not gonna deny it in most cases. Most people do because we go do for guys. We're biased. We get that. But when I showed her the video, she's like, yeah, I see. Like we went from 64, 65, look at that. I don't know the number, but in the 60 percentile, we was higher than anybody else in the 60s, in the early 60s. Black people having inward wedlock higher than any other race. In 2000 and flipped it in 2000. Not sorry, in 1960s, late 60s, we flipped it over to about almost 70%. And literally, and like the questions that the guy was asking had me. This woman has 4 kids, one boy and 3 daughters. He's like, you don't think you're gonna get married? She's like, no. He's like, do you want your daughters to get married? Yeah, I hope my daughters get married. I want them to get married. What about your sons? No, I think they'll be like their father. They're gonna be free. I'm like, wait a minute, but the father's not in their life.
Wait.
Exactly, the father's not in their lives. You're the one in control, so you don't want your sons to get married either. Wow, that's the cycle.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's the cycle.
cycle of defeat, cycle of destruction.
Exactly. So let me get this through. Let me get at least get a couple before we do, because again I didn't promise it. Sorry, and I came overtook
Yeah.
Trip show, but Colère Soler from New York. I'm a black American. I'm simply hate the African American victim crowd. If you are a black man and you make something of yourself, they are first to bring you. They're the first to bring you down and try to trip you up. I joined the Navy and built my life off of things I've learned from my time there. My family is military family. I found white people in America gave me respect for being in the Navy. Blacks have been one of the has been one of those who's damaged me the most and bring me down, asking me why am I serving the white man, and then also, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, the reality is about it isn't just the black community per se, but a lot of people. For a lot of people, their devastation, their defeat is
Self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted, whether it's self-inflicted or not. For a lot of people, it becomes their identity. It becomes like their teddy bear. It becomes like their security blanket. They're afraid to let go of that negative aspect of them because without it, they don't have an identity.
That's
I live
true.
in LA, Kenoshi. You know how many blacks still go on about the LA riots?
It ain't got nothing to do with it in that regard, but yeah. And so let me finish up his comment. And also asking, okay, so he's like, which is the truth though. Let me read it back a little bit. Blacks have been one of the ones who try to drug me down and hurt me that much. Asking me, why am I serving the white man? And then asks me for, hey, can you help me out? Can I borrow some money?
Oh.
Americans doesn't oppress blacks really. Everybody has to make their choices. Blacks in America have gotten drunk off handouts from the Democrat Party, and their culture has been corrupted. And at the end of the day, I have started to understand just how illegal Mexican immigrants feel when they look at the legal ones coming over. That is true. That
I
is
hate
true.
'em.
Yeah, that's a Mexican right there. You can say that because he is a Mexican. But yes. So point taken, what you said last night in your show. I'm happy that you're pointing this out, and I share the video as much as I can. That you're correct. That I made choices to equalize all the stuff that they say about black people since I'm a black person. Amen to you, man, Soler. Amen. Um, Mesa Mizro. I watched this before the how I watched to see how ridiculous things could have been. I'm not a racist. Okay, hold on. Punctuation is messed up here. That's why I hate that. In my regard, and I'm not knocking you because I'm bad at punctuation too. So don't take it that way, Mezzo. I mean, Mr.
I
Mezzo.
will all make mistakes.
Yeah. I
Never learn from them.
Hey guys, I hate to do this, but I have to duck out.
I was
gotta
trying to get
bed.
yeah. Go ahead. That's what I was trying to do before that.
Sorry for bullshit.
That's
All
all
right.
right.
Get you later, man.
Later.
Take care.
I watched this before to see how ridiculous could it be. This is not It is not racist to have a good parent that sacrificed for me to have a better start. Okay, I get it now. Let me see. Pharrell Duran from the UK, London. Being a black guy myself, I never had the problem with racism. Now I would never say that no one else has experienced this stuff, but is allowed to not reflect on the hypocritical racial epidemic towards a particular group is gross and exaggerated. I was mostly a loner kid, and it's not like my own race always treated me like a human.
Same here.
And he's again Mexican. So I mean, every race has this. That's what I was saying last night in the show. Every race has this. Black people ain't got no particular threshold over this.
But you're not special.
Yes. In fact, if I did experience anything racist, it was by my own race. Heard stuff like Oreo or a couple times in middle school. They used to call me Uncle Tom, but after listening to your show, I understand that Uncle Tom was a hero, so I don't let it bother me no more. That's true.
Great.
That's good. But I would just do my own thing and observe others. Stuff like that caused me to have a very objective view on humanity and why I never panache, I think, panache or boastful about my heritage. It never interests me. In fact, the irony is that whites and Asians were kind of to me than the blacks or Latinos were, which just reinforced the notion that we're all humans with good and bad individuals. Race is irrelevant. Bad culture. Okay, race is irrelevant, but culture, no one wants to talk about that. At least make some people uncomfortable. That's why I respect you that you say at the end of your show, evil comes in all shapes, color, race, because it does. We're human beings, and most of the racism comes from tribalism because you try to be with the tribe that's close to you. It's unfortunate how gullible or psychotic that the black community is now. Others have realized it long ago. Prepare to get shame lest you try to bring it up. Like the single motherhood, race, or delinquency, which have explained out. Excuse me, it's just a long thing, but I'm gonna read it out, so I'm almost done. Sorry, guys. Which have expanded out for the black communities, and now, by the way, it's like when they want to implement something to destroy the society and the human condition. All starts with the black community like an experiment. Then it spreads to everybody else. The leftist type, I cannot tell them if they're very stupid or secretly malicious. They definitely aren't helping by throwing money and food at the problem until it expands to a giant balloon. No one actually wants to fix anything. They just want to put their brand over a band-aid over it, and while the media for the okay, sorry, they want to put a band-aid over it while the media looks for the attention. People will do devilish things for social points. It's incredible. It's incredible. That's why you see a lot of problems going with China, as they have their social point system that if you do wrong by their standards, that you lose points and you cannot shop or get food or anything. And that's what most of these leftists want in America right now. They want to have a credit score for social justice stuff. It's incredible, but again, thank you for doing your show and enlightening a lot of people out there that you don't have to be you don't have to be a slave to your situation. All that, amen. I'm just saying that's a lot, but I get
Standing ovation.
but I get what you're saying. I had to read because that was really long. But I understand it. I understand it. I gotta read this too by J.K. Barnes from the UK. Racism is not dead, but it's on life support. Keep it alive but it's kept alive by politicians, race hustlers, people who get a sense of superiority by denouncing other races. Thomas Sowell, which is why I read it. Thomas Sowell is one of my people I mad respect. A black man who did a lot of stuff. Let me see here. J.T. Fritz from New York. I almost became a leftist until I watched your show and taught me that how bad feminism is, how also to open up your mind and get different sources to read stuff. I'm a conservative now, thanks to you, Project Open Mic. Okay, you're welcome.
Yes, very much welcome.
Jerome Brown, imagine trying to guilt trip children on things they don't have no control over. Those people are morally depraved. Yes.
It's called public schooling.
Well,
Yeah,
this was
I disagree with you.
technically this was a private school in UK, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
You gotta vet those teachers.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was a teacher per se. Mostly it was just like the news. You gotta watch the video to see what I was talking about. Let's see here. Bill Ursher from Washington D.C. People do not realize how dangerous this is. The exact thing happened in Africa. Basically, in the 60s to 80s, they had many new democracies. However, to win the election, politicians had to appeal to ethnic groups. Even in the politicians wanted to appeal. Oops, sorry. Give me a second there. Sorry, it jumped. Okay.
Oh, we're having that too, yeah.
Nah, I gotta scroll down and then jump all the way to the top of the screen, which is that's on me. That's not the computer.
Oh.
So let's go again. Sorry. Even if a politician wanted to appeal to the whole nation interest, he could not because he would lose. Which, with each election, this happened, and Africa became more and more divided among ethnic lines, and most of them are black people. So exactly.
No surprise there.
No surprise there. No one was looking out for the country as a whole. They were all fixated on their own ethnic group, gain as much as they could. Tribalism, that's what I've said. Racism, all that stuff is a part of tribalism, classism, tribalism. That's just what it is. The result was war, genocide. America is a multi-ethnic democracy. By making everybody focus on race above all things to fight racial advantages is important to excel the same conditions. The worst part is doing this to children. There are a lot of people today who have racist thoughts and who actually don't want them, but can't help because it's in their early childhood programming. Schools are now programming children in mass to see things through racial lenses. Even if you eventually stop the damage, will last a couple of generations. Make matters worse, there is evidence now that stress and financial issues can actually make people more racist and more likely to blame ethnic groups, essentially they are priming the country to focus on their own race interests above all else. What happens if and when we have a depression or recession? Everybody has a financial hardship, making it more racism, which we're having right now. That is
Oh, yep.
true. That is true. And they are more stressful situation vying for sources. The woke left needs to be stopped. Seriously. Nothing about the right or left. Nothing's right or left about this. They are reverting extremely tribal and dangerous core problems inside humans. Again, another long comment, but it's really needed to talk about. That is true.
It needs to be said. Well, in this case, it needs to be written.
And said, and I said it for you, so thank you, Bill Usher. Like, that's what it is. And what you just said is what happening right now. Because they were like, oh, the white man ain't getting, they're like, oh, we're not getting help because, we are not getting rent this and all that stuff. Rent has gone up 40%. Oh,
and going up still.
Yeah, and we should help the black, they help the single moms and all that stuff. Like, why? Again, make sure it's not easy, but again, help people as much as you can. But again, I don't like my taxpayer money going for crazy stuff. I just don't.
Oh yeah, and here comes Biden to lay a hand and and stop the tax inflation. I'm like, you are the one who made this happen.
Exactly. Non DeBerry, it's from Germany. Watching the video that you posted yesterday made me cringe. Technically, this is child abuse. You're damaging them mentally, and yeah, those adults teaching this garbage should be canceled. Also, if I was there, if I was the parents of those kids and I've heard this was going on, I will complain to the principal or the school board and take my kids out of the school too. Understandable. And I have to say this.
I do the same thing.
I have to point this out too. Since you said that, sometimes miracles do happen. The same thing that happened with Virginia. Who would have thought in San Francisco, crazy leftist, crazy San Francisco, they voted out the school board. You guys have sense. As crazy as you guys are, y'all were like, yeah, y'all too left for us. And they voted the school board out. Surprise.
I'm like, you guys are okay to reinstate Gavin Newsom, but actually kicking out the school board, okay, you guys are not that lost yet.
Exactly. Wendell Lee Splimmer. If I pronounce the name wrong, sorry. Splimmer from Poland. As long as people exist, racism will never die. You never spoke more truer words in your video last night. Duh. That's like, again, the Hutsis and the Tutsis, like I said last night, they were black people, and just like the other person said before, and they're killing each other.
You know what? It's ironic that I think it was last week that my geologist teacher was basically explaining about this whole incident about the Hutsis and the Tutsis.
Yeah, they were slaughtering each other. They were all black. It just had, some was thinner, you had nose and stuff. And if they had babies, if two people came together, like a person I know, well, used to know, when her mother and father was one of those tribes, and their children are combined, they try to slaughter the babies too. They don't care. James Teager from New York. The bilingual question was ridiculous. It is an advantage if people were able to speak two different languages. I'm completely confused about how it's a disadvantage. Again, I explained that last night, which again, go back to last night and watch that show. Yeah, it don't make no sense. I was like, wait a minute, wait. I'm going to another country and I'm not going to speak their language. Of course I will still be, if I don't do that to better myself, I'm going to be in the ghettos all the time. I'm not going to advance myself.
As I said before, no, I I know about 3 different languages. So you're telling me that I am that disinfected?
Yeah, it's a trust me. You watch. Yeah, I mean, if you watch the video last night, Trip, you get what the
Oh yes,
question was.
I
It was
know. I know. I've seen it. I'm like, I felt like I was rot. My brain was rotting out when I was looking at that video.
got you. Yeah. Um, Trico Tens from Germany. My mom's a teacher, and they gradually showed her this video. Okay. My mom was a teacher, and they grudgingly showed her this video as a part of a racial sensitivity thing. Thank
Oh my!
God she does not buy into this crap. I ain't gonna say what he said, but yeah. Okay, it don't make no sense. Again, the kids, the white kid was smarter than anybody that was there. Like I said, he said the most was alike.
That
It's
a
a joke.
ginger-haired white kid.
Yeah, he's like it was a joke, and the questions are so biased. I'm like, smart kid, smart kid. Jenna Crescent from UK as wait, hold up.
Oh snap! Before you keep going,
Yes.
I forgot to mention this, but a ginger-haired person is actually the most minority of the of the ethno class no ethnicity. So wow, disadvantaging a kid or just for the money. I'm like, isn't doesn't that sound really racist, Hollywood? But I digress. I digress.
They know. As the airplane is about to crash, a female passenger jumps up frantically and announces, "If I'm going to die, I want to die feeling like a woman." She removes all her clothes and asks, "Is there any man on this plane who is man enough to make me feel like a woman?" A
Is
man
this still?
stands a man stands up, removes his shirt and says, "Here's the eye here, iron this." You stupid. Oh, that's so wrong. That is so wrong.
I should have known this was a.
And it's a
But you
lady
know what?
saying this joke. So
Yeah,
yeah, whatever.
oh, even better. But you know what? That basically sounds how the lefty is going on. But I digress. I digress.
Crescent Blue. Crescent Blue. I recently turned 18 as a Crescent Blue from Florida, from basically Tallahassee. I recently turned 18, and as an adult, I can say I never experienced racism growing up. And judging by her picture, it could be black or it could be like Afro Latino, because it could be that.
Okay.
I thought I did because my entire family. Okay, then I'll read the rest of it. I'm just looking at the pictures, so I should have read the whole thing. I thought I did because my entire family is black and grew up in the times where racism was very prominent. But in my case, I never struggled for equality. There were times where I was at disadvantage to my white peers too, but I never been denied any rights, even or being called privilege, just because I'm black. I only felt out of place because most of the people around me was always talking about it all the time. That's the same thing too. Yes,
Mm,
that is true. I get that. That's how they're working. I have to say, people. I'm gonna wrap it up really, but I feel terribly bad. But I got a next one right here. Like a lot of people are writing some long comments. This is more comments. I mean, I'll finish up with this last one because
yeah.
I got
I'm. Yeah. I'm guessing. It, our viewers has reached to a boiling point.
no. But I'm just saying, yeah, they're asking some questions and stuff like that. So, 'cause, I mean, I got like the next. Okay, the next the one I'm gonna read right now is from Brian Isine. Brian Isine from Atlanta, Georgia. But the next person after that is like a short one, and the next one after that is a long one, and the next person after the long one. It's like, good grief, like these are longer than usual. That's as you see me read. So again, thank you guys for all the outpouring and stuff like that. Again, remember, share, comment, subscribe on all the platforms we have. Help us to do the best we can on YouTube. Ring the notification bell when the stuff comes up. Help us on Twitch. Help us on locals. Help us on Rumble. Well, again, Rumble's the most pain in the butt part, but Rumbles and stuff. We're gonna me and Anderson are talking about. We're gonna get our bit shoot together so we could do that. So we're gonna have all this stuff. So let me finish up with Brian. Okay, the real irony here is that if the kids had been allowed to actually just run in the race, they still would not end up equal. Duh! That is so true. Some of those kids are faster than others, and yet too often people assume that starting conditions must have been unfair if the result is unequal. Your example of the Japanese. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I would just say that you hit the nail right on the head, sir.
Your example of the Japanese American is spot on. There are simply too many things that influence outcomes and pin groups against disparities of any color or any one factor. Saying that all groups despise disparities. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Saying that all group disparities are a result of racism is just as false as saying what progress is used to say in the early 20th century that all groups are despised for their genetic makeup, which is that's crazy.
Yeah.
They created a total fabricated scenario and then told the kids the world is like this. They probably they provided absolutely no real evidence for their assertion. In fact, if they had just let the kids run the race the way the kids wanted to do it, they all was on the same line. The kids effing know how the race works, and they would have had a lot of fun doing it, which is true. Yes, they would have had a lot of fun because I showed it in the video when the kids were like, "Let's have a race." They were like, "Yes." Even kids
happy.
Yeah, even kids who think they were big, the black kid who's fat. I'm like, dude, bro, you ain't gonna be winning no race. Okay, let's be honest with that. Okay, but he was happy. He was happy. He didn't care. And they would have had fun doing it instead of raising a generation of kids ready to compete against anybody as equals. They were made to be artificially self-conscious and to perpetuate the racist animosity. Like, okay, sorry, animosity. Effing Bravo, Channel 4. Effing Bravo. All right.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so I gotta give it up to that in that regard. So in that regard, right there, everybody's been bounced and stuff. But I want to thank you guys for joining us in here. So let me just wrap this up quickly, so you guys could go to, go to work and get your stuff on, whatever. So Trip, any final words?
Well, my final word is there is a YouTuber that all of you should check out that is called or a YouTube channel. Sorry, my mistake. That's called China Uncensored. Go look them up because there was something else I wanted to mention here, but let's just say they do very, very great reporting and top stories about what's going on in China.
Yep. And it's true, and I watched those videos as well too. So yes, Anderson. Before we go, any final words for you, sir?
Not really.
Okay.
Oh, really? Not even
No, slide quick. I mean, the man's playing his Kirby. Let him enjoy it.
Right.
Well, for me, as stated in that regard, it is funny. I'm gonna do some more exposure of certain things because, again, that's just what it is. thank you guys out there for giving us a great show. We're up to 39,000. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, enjoying it again. Like I said before, go to all the different platforms you have. Share the content. Subscribe to YouTube. Please help us out, because we're like 26 subscribers on there. Help us out and get us up there in YouTube in that regard. But you know, like I said, I have multiple other platforms to reach out, so I'm going to use that. In that regard as well, to check out next week, we're gonna have a video from me and Acer talking about our trip. Again, it's not really a true travel vlog, but it's a trip just to show you what her thoughts of the travel and everything. So check it out. Of course, Project Open Mic will be Thursday, and of course the side chat will be back Friday. With that said, I wish everybody out there a happy good night, a happy weekend. Hope you guys do good. Remember, evil comes in all shapes, color, size, creed, nationality, height, gender. Evil's evil. Take care of yourself, then your family, then your community. That's how it should be, y'all. And of course, people are stupid, individuals smart. Be that smart individual. With that said, this is your boy Tick for Project Open Mic and the rest of the gang. Peace out. Have a good night.
Good night.
Night.